I hope everybody had a good Easter weekend. Hi everyone, Miss McCartney here. I wanted to come back on and say a big hello to everyone. I know that we're officially on the school holidays just now, but it's been a bit of a different school holiday. Normally in the school holidays we get to go and visit our friends, maybe go different places around the UK, maybe even go abroad, see family abroad. So it's been a little bit different, so I thought I'd come on here and let you know what I've been doing to keep busy, maybe give you some ideas to keep yourself busy for the rest of the holidays, and just do a bit of a check-in. So one thing I've been doing to keep myself occupied, I love reading. I love reading stories to the children at Old Oak. I'm sure lots of you know that have been in my class. I love finding out about different new books, but also I have a few favourite books that I read again and again. I've had some books, especially some Julia Donaldson books and Roald Dahl books, two of my favourite authors, that I've read so many times, and I enjoy it every time just as much as the first time. So I've been doing lots of reading. Hopefully you've been doing lots of reading too. Some of your school books maybe, but also books that you enjoy. And just like we do in our Power of Reading, just because you've read a book doesn't mean that's all you can do with it. There's so many fun activities you can do once you've read a book or even halfway through a book. So I thought I'd maybe remind you of some of those just now. So the first thing you could maybe do once you've finished your book is you could write a book review. You could maybe recommend it to others. Maybe you could say what you liked about the book, what you didn't like, and your favourite part. Maybe you could talk about some of the characters. So a book review would be a really nice thing to do if you've done some reading. Another thing is quite a nice thing to do is write a new ending. So maybe if you read the ending, and even if you liked it or didn't like it, maybe you could think of something different that could have happened. Maybe the character, if they had a happy ending, maybe it could have been a sad ending, or vice versa. Maybe it was sad and you thought, I could rewrite that so it's a bit happier. Maybe you can make one of the other characters maybe come in towards the end and do something different. Maybe the characters end up going off to start a new life somewhere. Maybe you could introduce a new setting at the end. There's lots of things you could do with the ending. I'm sure you'll know your book better than me, what you could do to maybe change it up a little bit. Another thing you can do is you can maybe write a character profile. So choose maybe the main character from the story or any of the characters, and you could write a bit about them. You can maybe draw a picture of them, describe them using lots of adjectives. Maybe you could write some sentences about them. What do they like? What do they not like? Who do they live with? Was there any magic powers they have? Favourite food, if you know what their favourite food is. Maybe what friends they have. And you could create a really nice character profile about your character. So there's a few ideas you could do, just like we do in the Power of Reading, that you could do about your book. Finally, you could also do a story map. I know in my class we've definitely done story maps. I'm sure every class has. You could do some nice pictures of what's happened in the story, maybe some captions, and maybe you could see if a member of your family, you could retell the story to them using your story map. Or maybe they could try and use your story map to retell the story to you. Or even if they don't know it, maybe they could use your pictures to try and work out what the story is about. So there's some ideas about reading. I've been doing some of those. And if you're maybe stuck for something to do, there's a few ideas. So another thing that I think is really important at this time is exercise. Now I know government guidelines say we should only go out to exercise for 1 hour a day. So I actually have been going a walk every day just for 1 hour, making sure that I stay far away, 2 meters away from anyone that I see in the street. I actually have seen a few Old Oak pupils out and about. Obviously we've said hello from far away, but hello to those I've seen. And you never know, if you're out a walk, I might see you in one of my walks, maybe in the next few weeks. But exercise is very important. It keeps our body healthy, also keeps our mind healthy. When I'm out for a walk, I love seeing the nature, hearing the birds, and give me that fresh air, and it does really make me feel happier. So getting a bit of exercise is good, but you don't have to go out to do exercise. Maybe you're not able to go out, or maybe you'd rather stay in. So there's lots of things you can do in the house. Joe Wicks has been doing his weekday morning exercises at 9 o'clock, and I know lots of you have been doing that. I've tried a few as well, hard work. Also Cosmic Kids, if you go onto YouTube, Cosmic Kids do yoga classes, and you could do them anytime you feel like it. Joe Wicks actually puts his on a bit later on his YouTube channel, so you can go back and do his workouts anytime. So lots of things on YouTube. If you just put in exercise for children, there's so many things that come up. And just doing a bit of exercise. You don't need much space. I live in a flat just like many of you, and I'm able to do it in my flat. So you don't need much space, just on the TV, or maybe even on your phone, or any screen. If you get YouTube up, you can get some exercise videos. So exercise is definitely a way to keep yourself healthy, mind and body. Now, if you're not able to get out, it can be a little bit boring being inside. I know that. I mean, I live in a flat just like many of you. I live by myself, so sometimes I've been getting a little bit bored. So I've been trying to think of ways to keep myself entertained. And what I thought I would do is do a little scavenger hunt of my flat. So I did an A to Z scavenger hunt. So as we know, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. So I had to find 26 items around my house. I started with A all the way to Z. Now, some of them were a bit tricky. X and Z were very tricky. So I think with X and Z, we can maybe bend the rules a little bit. And I think as long as the word has X or Z in it, I think we'll allow that one. But I'm going to challenge you and see if you can do a scavenger hunt of A to Z around your house. This is what mine looks like when I started it. If you've done that, you could maybe even challenge yourself further and trying to do an A to Z scavenger hunt of each room. So maybe you could try your bedroom, maybe you could try the bathroom, then maybe you could try the kitchen and see if you can find items all the way through the alphabet that you can add on to your scavenger hunt. It can be quite tricky. It started off quite easy for me and then I started to get a little bit stuck. So it's definitely good to keep yourself entertained. Something else that you might want to do to keep yourself busy is to get into the kitchen. Now, obviously, if you're going to be working in the kitchen, baking or cooking, it's really important that you get an adult to help you. So make sure you've got an adult on hand that can help you with any cutting, anything that's a bit hot, like the oven. So lots of you from Old Oak might remember my favourite food. Anyone remember? It is pizza, and if you've been in my class, I'm sure you know that because I do talk about pizza sometimes because I do really love it, but it's not really the healthiest. So while I've been staying at home, as I've said, I'm trying to exercise, I'm also trying to eat healthy. So I've been thinking of ways so I can still have pizza, but to make it a bit healthier. So what I've been doing is making pizza faces. Now, what you need to do to make a pizza face is you need a pizza base. Now, you can get a pizza base that's got no tomato sauce or cheese on it, and you can add that yourself. But I've just been getting these little pizza bases. I actually got this one in Tesco, and it's a nice size, nice little treat size. And what I've been doing is I've been getting some veg. So I've been getting peppers, sweet corn, a bit of carrot. I got a little bit of tomato as well, cucumber. You can add any vegetables you want. And I've been making a little pizza face, and then I've been cooking it, and it's been a really fun treat to have, and also enjoying my treat while I'm being a bit healthier. So that's something you can try. I'll put a little picture to show you what they look like. The last thing I wanted to suggest is doing some crafts. Now, I love doing arts and crafts. If you've been in my class before, you know that doing and making things is something I really enjoy. And I saw this actually online, this little bird feeder, which I'll put a picture of here. And I thought that was such a nice idea because it keeps me busy. It's actually recycling because, as you can see, all you need to use is an old milk carton and you just need some seeds. So it's recycling, it's keeping me busy, but also it's helping feed the birds and always taking care of nature. It's such a nice thing to do. Now, you don't have to have a garden to do this. I don't have a garden. You can hang this out your window, or you could even put it somewhere outside that you can see from your window, and you can watch the birds enjoy the food that you've provided for them. So it's a really nice thing to do. Now, you can decorate it however you want. You could use paint if you have it. You could use pencils if you have them, even stickers, or you don't have to decorate it at all. You can just cut a hole like you can see in the picture and make a nice bird feeder that you can put outside and spread the love a little bit to the wildlife. If you do decide to make this, just make sure you get an adult to help you with any cutting and any sharp objects. So I hope those have given you a few ideas of what you can do for the remainder of the holidays. Next week, next Monday, we would be going back to school normally after the Easter holidays. We're not at the moment. We're going to be having some more time off just to make sure that everyone stays healthy and safe. So there will be some home learning that the teachers are going to be putting on the website. Some of it's already up there if you want to go and have a look, but you don't have to get started until next week. If you go onto the school website, you can find along the top there's some tabs. The pull down menu, the bit that says home learning, that is the area where you'll find everything. If you click on Key Stage 1, you'll find the Key Stage 1 things. If you click on Key Stage 2, you'll find the Key Stage 2 things. And if you click on early years, you'll find the early years materials there. Also on your class page, there'll be some activities that are just for your class and a message from your teacher. So if you check there, the teachers will be putting up lots of activities to keep you busy. But as I said in my previous video, I don't want anyone to worry about home learning. This is a very different time for everybody. Nobody, children or adults, has been through anything like this before. We've had to stay home and not be able to go to school, and it's very different. So we're all just doing the best we can. If you manage to do a little bit each day, I know some of you have got brothers and sisters and your parents will need to be helping all of you, and also your parents might be having to do some work as well from home. So we know that it might be really tricky to do the work, so I don't want anyone to worry. If you're able to do a little bit each day, that is fantastic. And as I said before, keeping our minds healthy is really important too. So lots of breaks from your home learning. If you can do a little bit and try your best. As I said in my previous video, don't worry if you need something for the task that you don't have. You can just skip that bit out or just give it your best try. As I said in my previous video, it's all about trying our best at the moment. Your best will 100% be good enough. And I hope everyone is behaving for their families and showing their families lots of love. And I really miss everyone, as I said, so I'm hoping we'll all be back together at Old Oak very soon. I will be back with more videos. I've got a story coming up in the next few days. So I will see you very soon, and stay safe.